Hi, this is Greg Johnson with Blue Book Services, and this is the Week in Review. I'm joined by Pamela Riemann-Schneider, as always. This is one of those weeks where we do one of us does a vacation video, and this is yours, and you're from a highly sought out place right there.
Yes, I'm coming to you from Buc-ee's on my 12-hour road trip home from Florida. I got my banana pudding ready to go here when I get back in the car. But I just can't leave the weekend review behind. And I hear there was some controversial news this week.
Well, it was more controversial last week with some bad news from the CEA world. Uh, so are you referring to the most popular vegetable in the country study that we ran about?
Allegedly the most popular vegetable in the country is corn. And
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical because that's Green Giant, like the hard food Green Giant, like the center store Green Giant that happened to sponsor the Corn Kid, who had a viral sensation video last summer, if you recall, and then a Thanksgiving video, and then some awesome sweaters.
Yeah, we did get
Um,
some awesome sweaters out of the deal. So the news is Green Giant's annual popularity contest for the most popular vegetable. Corn overtook broccoli for the first time. And they have this awesome map with how each state voted. And it's absolutely hilarious that while corn takes over the country, Iowa still goes with broccoli.
that's, that's that's awesome. I love that. I hadn't seen that, so
Yes.
I'm sure that LinkedIn had a field day with that.
Nebraska did go with corn, so they had it right. But my our home state of Missouri, well, your former home state, it remains staunchly broccoli. But I
Well, of
like your
course.
conspiracy theory. It's pretty good. There's you can always be a little skeptical. I would
I'm,
never discourage our readers from being skeptical of what they read, even when it's from us.
well, on this road trip, I actually saw a few things that I'm unplugged. I've been at the beach. I even got like sandy beach snorkels and shovels here. Um, but I saw two things that I thought were really kind of following the trends of what we've been talking about quite a bit. I was at a restaurant in Destin, Florida that had a robot waiter. It brought us our Uli had some loaded fries. I had a salad, and the little robot comes through the dining room and drops it off for us. It was really cute and funny and interesting to see firsthand. Finally, I took a quick video that's going to go up on my TikTok channel. And then the billboards. There's so many billboards, right? If you've ever driven across America, it's a lot. But I saw two, one from Cracker Barrel and one from Applebee's that were repeated all the way to Florida, promoting that we've got 20 meals under $12.99. That was Cracker Barrel, and Applebee's is like, we've got 9 meals under $9.99. So trying to remind consumers that, hey, we have a cheaper option for you to eat, or if you're trying to stay under a budget, we do have that available for you. So those were two really interesting things I saw on my road trip. And then of course I tried to stay out of the store. I tried not to store check, but I do have one from Publix. I can't
Well,
go
you
to
had to
Florida.
go to the grocery store anyway, right?
Right, yeah. And I brought home some goodies for my people, some boiled peanuts that I found in the produce department. My kiddo is a bona fide southerner. So we got some boiled peanuts from the produce department, and some cookies from the bakery department at Publix.
So the robot waiter, did you place your order with it too?
No, we didn't. We actually placed our order with an actual human, and then we're sitting in the and it wasn't as crowded as it could have been. But we saw it go by with some drinks, and we're like, "Oh, that's interesting." It wasn't our drinks, and then when it was time for our food to come out, it came out with our food. And then the waitress that we had came over and unloaded the food. I thought it would have been more interesting if we had to unload our own food from the robot. But it's kind of a hybrid deal in there. I can imagine when the places happen that maybe people would have had to unload their own stuff. Um, But you could see that it kind of helped out so that especially the servers didn't have to carry, an entire tray of drinks and risk spilling it in the dining room. The robot itself held 4 or 5 entrees, and then it probably could have held a dozen drinks. So really
Wow.
interesting to see.
I have not seen one in person, I have to admit.
Yeah, I hadn't seen one in person. I've only ever seen like the promotional videos from the companies that make the robots, and not an actual restaurant that was using it. So hooray to you, some random burger joint next to the movie theater in Destin, Florida.
The cutting edge of technology. I know we run stories about it and we've had videos about what they really look like, but in my mind, it always looks like R2D2 on the barge at on Tatooine in Return of the Jedi. Just, R2D2 with a tray on his head and people getting drinks off it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be that in my mind.
I bet you if they were at a Disney restaurant and had the robot, it would have to be styled like R2D2. This one, on the other hand, was a kitty cat, and you could pet it and it would meow at you, which I thought was awkward.
Yeah. Did it go up to the door and when you open the door, it turns around and walks the other way? That's what real cats do.
No. Anything else in the news that I missed while I've been on vacation?
No, but I'll get you back soon enough.
All right. Well, that's it for the Produce Reporter Weekend Review. If you are not getting the Produce Reporter newsletter, you need to go to producebook.com and sign up and say
Happy
bye,
Father's.
Willie, from your.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
we got the grackles are going to
Father's
get
Day,
him.
everyone, and U.S. Open golf.
The grackles are after him.
Oh
Welcome
yeah.
back to Texas. All right. I got 3 more hours to go.